Yeah, well, I just got a request, so I'll talk to you later. I'm exhausted. All right, man. All right, I'm gonna get some meat. All right, later. What the hell?
I knew you'd come around.
It's time for this.
Hey, welcome back.
What's up, guys?
We got our money cleaned up and we're ready to talk about The Gift.
Actually, I think I've kept a few bucks, but
Yeah, these intros are getting expensive. I'm $40 in the hole now, and we haven't even seen Magic Mike. But in addition to reviewing The Gift, we're also going to be doing our second giveaway in a row.
Speaking of that, the winner, who is a very close friend of mine, my man Pat Close, all the way back in Birch and West, FLA. Pat Close, just want to say congratulations, old friend. You won the poster, and thanks for the comment. You also want to check him out at he has his own podcast at pjclose.com.
Yeah,
and he's become very big in radio, really in the sports. To be honest with you, I don't know what he talks about, but I'm assuming it's sports.
Also check him out at it'salwayssomething.radio.com. So congratulations on that. And this week we got another giveaway. We're going to be giving away an original poster of The Gift. And
not to mention, to make things a little more interesting, is since I'm in the liquor business, Frank, we got a really cool Jameson t-shirt. It is a large, so the honeys or your girlfriend or boyfriend shirt, if you will, can wear this. So you have a chance to win this as well, both the poster and the t-shirt, Frank.
That's right, and if you want a chance at it, all you've got to do is comment on the show. It doesn't even have to be positive. We prefer it would be, but we'll take anything. Anyway, let's talk about The Gift. It was a little under the radar, this movie, I think. It's starring one of my favorite actors of all time, Jason Bateman, Rebecca Hall, and Joel Edgerton.
Rebecca Hall, yeah, she surprisingly looked pretty good with the short hair, but
she did. I loved her, of course, in The Town.
The Town, she was very good in The Town.
Yeah.
Very good in The Town.
But I like her a lot. And the interesting thing, Joel Edgerton, who plays the weirdo, Gordo the Weirdo, he actually wrote and directed this. It was his first directing job, and I thought he did a good job.
Did a great job. Frank.
Yeah.
You know, and he was really believable in that character that he played. He was that innocent, you know, sinister at the same time.
Right.
You know, I think he did a good job.
And basically the premise is Jason Bateman lived in California, moved to Chicago after high school, married, successful, kind of a bad incident with his wife. They decide to de-stress a little, move back to California, his hometown. He runs into a guy he went to high school with, and basically it's an unwanted friendship and it starts to get a little creepy.
And all the visits when you're alone. They used to call him Gordo the Weirdo.
I think he's nice and he's been very generous.
What you're talking about is a one-sided friendship. You're essentially being forced into a breakup.
Yeah.
I'll say I think it started a little bit slow and it was a little bit by the numbers. I felt like it was going to be, like you said, a cookie cutter of these type of movies. The unwanted friend, and then it gets weird, they try to break it, it seemed like it was really by the numbers, but then they just threw you a couple curveballs and really saved it, I thought.
You know, Frank, I thought when you were saying, that was under the radar, I agree with that as well, but I also, there was a little bit of predictability there in the beginning. At some parts, but then it was a little, for me, I thought it was a little too drawn out. They probably could have cut out a lot. There's a lot of fill-in to kind of fluff it a little too much.
Yeah.
They probably could have cut out about 20 minutes out of this film. It would have been perfect.
And I thought Joel Edgerton played it perfectly, where he was like the perfect combination of a weirdo and a loser. So you didn't, the whole time you were back and forth, you didn't know, should you feel bad for this guy or should you be afraid of him? And I thought he pulled that off great.
They did.
Really well.
And up to the very end, and it was one of those things that still kept you guessing at the very end of the movie.
Right.
You're still guessing, I'm still guessing at the end of the movie. There was no clear-cut answer of what actually happened at the end, but that's, we're not going to spoil a surprise here, but they ended it perfectly, to be honest with you.
It had a shot, like I really liked the story, the acting performances were really good, but it still had a shot to be bad based on the way they ended it. As we're watching it, I'm thinking, how are they going to end this? If they end it corny, they're going to kill it. And I really liked the way they ended it, I really did. It was a very original ending, I thought. Pretty good, good story. One thing I'll say that I didn't buy, that I wasn't really on board with, is you say Jason Bateman is normally a comedic role. Well, I thought in this role, he was too much of an asshole.
Yeah.
I think he overplayed being the bully. And the only reason I thought it didn't work is because I didn't believe Rebecca Hall would ever end up with him.
Yeah, it didn't seem that way as well. I agree with that.
I mean, even before the weird stuff started happening, he was kind of edgy and kind of like not a likable guy, which is good. He pulled it off, but I didn't see them having chemistry with him being like that. Because Rebecca Hall was more the sympathetic character. Even after the point where he was terrorizing them, she still felt bad for him. She still wanted to make peace with him. So I didn't buy that dynamic with Jason Bateman being the cutthroat bully that they portrayed him to be.
And they kind of played this pompous, I know everything character. I'm almost better than everyone else. He kind of had that sense of entitlement, if you will, as in the movie, is what I felt, how they kind of portrayed him. But also he had that innocent side with his wife. But you could tell he was kind of a little bit of a douchebag at some.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
He was, and maybe because I like him so much, I put him in maybe my top 5 favorite actors. And he's so funny, like Dodgeball and Horrible Bosses and Arrested Development, anything. Yeah. He's so funny that maybe this role just kind of was so different.
All right, now we go with the grades, Frank. This one was tough for me. I had a hard time walking out, and since we started this campaign with doing these reviews, I decided, not to start talking about it after we leave the movie.
Right.
And so we have, we both could surprise each other. I give this a B+. I thought that the story was great. I thought this movie flew under the radar. There wasn't a whole lot of marketing with it. Believe it or not, it was really hard to get in this movie.
I was going to say, the hardest part about watching this movie was getting the seat.
Jason Bateman pulled off the character, I think, pretty nicely. Yeah. The story was good, kept me on the edge of my seat. I was constantly guessing up until the very end, and I'm still guessing. So, yes, I give it a B+.
I want to go just a little bit lower and just give it a plain B. It was really... I liked every bit of it. It was really a 3-person movie, and the 3 of them worked well together, and they all pulled it off. I'll give Joel Edgerton high marks for his first directorial debut, and writing it and acting in it. It's got to be tough to pull all that off. I do that for these shows, and it's hard. Just enough to... But a B is solid. I mean, I just gave Fantastic Four an F.
Yeah,
so
that's why I didn't see it.
Genius over here.
Yes.
Genius.
Yes, I am the genius.
Optimistic. But like I said, The Gift, a solid B. I recommend it. And I tell you to go out and see it in the theater, but it might be a tough seat to get. $4.40 on a Sunday, we couldn't get in.
And we almost didn't get into. If I didn't get stuck into the front, I probably wouldn't have got the seat.
We went to the 720, and that was sold out too.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Don't forget to comment to get in for the contest. Don't forget pjclose.com. It's always something radio.com.
Jameson T-shirt and a gift poster, official movie poster.
Like we said, good or bad, we want to see the comments. Hit like, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it as always.
Thanks, guys.
Don't miss the previews.
See ya.